Hi, and welcome to Sleep Conversations with Carolina. I'm Carolina Romaniuk, your child and family sleep consultant, founder of Achieve with Carolina, co-founder of Your Child Sleep Manual, and wife and mommy to two awesome little well-rested boys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't believe it's almost New Year's. Can you believe it? I don't know where the time flew by. I'm wearing my scarf and it's super duper cold right now, but it's keeping me nice and toasty. So everyone that's joining on, welcome. Thank you so much for signing on. We're going to be having a really, really, really awesome chat tonight. It's going to be about 11 mistakes that you can't afford to repeat in 2018. Now, I know that there's lots of videos that I did this year on so many various topics, like how to eliminate breastfeeding at night, kind of like weaning off, how to wean off of rocking, times, also schedules, siblings, vacations, lots and lots of things, also environments, things like that. So going into the new year, we kind of want to start fresh, right? We want to really get our foundation started, to get a plan put into place. And I wanted to really walk you guys through 11 awesome things that you really need to be put into place before you get into the new year. Or even if you're going to start, maybe like a couple of days once you're into the new year. So also, after that, we're going to talk about prizes and really exciting news that I've already shared with you. So first off, thanks again. Anyone that's joining on right now, I'm Carolina Romaniuk, a child and family sleep consultant. I work with families. I'm based in New York, but I work with families globally, worldwide, to help them get a good night's sleep and to understand their children's sleep needs much better. Through my program, it's called the Sleep Trifecta, 3 Steps to Sleep Success. And it's awesome to help parents to get a good night's sleep. So let's get into this. If you have any friends that are planning on trying to teach your kids how to sleep train, how to sleep train them for the new year, or you are currently in the process right now, or you are kind of thinking about it, but you don't know where to begin, this video is for you. I want you to tag your friends right below. Give me a 1 if you are super duper ready that you're going to start sleep training in the new year with the proper tools put into place. So let's get this started. I wrote a couple of notes down. And let's begin. So the first things first, your 11 top tips for making sure that 2018 is going to be the year of great sleep. Not even good sleep. We want it to be great. And for everybody, not just for your kids, but also for you. So the first tip is going to be changing your lifestyle, right? Now, we go into the new year with a lot of self-reflection, not just on our own, but also, how we want to continue on our parenting philosophy. If there are any things that we want to change that wasn't working that beneficially from the year before. And lifestyle does play a key role in it. So respecting sleep is huge. So many parents that come to me, they don't even respect their own sleep. They would fall asleep by, holding their phone next to them and just watching anything to help them kind of doze off. Or they would be on the computer or using electronics is really like the number one thing. And respecting sleep on our own terms is not the number one priority. So why would our children respect their sleep if it's not your own number one priority, right? So changing your lifestyle, understanding that sleep is something huge, and you starting to take it seriously, not just for your child, but also for you. It's really important to do that. So placing a routine for yourself, a morning routine, and also an evening routine to help you kind of wind down is really important. And I actually started to do that too, which really, really does help with the hectic day that you have, especially being a mom. Me having 2 kids, Ari is 7, Aaron is 5, their hectic schedule and working with clients and just, the whole busy part of the day, and then trying to unwind at night is hard for some people because you have a lot of stuff going through your head. So you really want to kind of take that out, relax, and create a routine for yourself so you'll know that this is your time. Same thing as routines are super duper important for children too. And you want to make sure that you're not just kind of coming up with something because the books say it. You want to make sure that the routine that you are putting into place for yourself and for your children is working for not only for them, but also that you are kind of enhancing in how beautiful sleep is going to be. So next, number 2 is do your homework. And what I mean by that is you need to understand your children's sleep needs. How much sleep do they need? How much day sleep do they need? How much night sleep do they need? Start off with that. You'd be surprised at how many parents that connect with me and they don't even know how many naps that their children are supposed to get. I get many parents that come to me and their kids are 6 to 8 months old and they're still taking 5 naps. I mean, that's supposed to be sufficient enough for a newborn, for straight out of the womb, to take that many naps. But for children of that age, between 6 to 8 months, they should really be within a 3-nap schedule. And that's really what I would be helping them focusing on with that part. And making sure, again, you know how much sleep your children need, which is going to be a huge, huge part in when you're creating a sleep plan for yourself and for them. Now, next part, number 3, is have realistic expectations. It's not a one-day fix-it. I don't want you to think that, oh my goodness, I want to start sleep training. Everything's going to go peachy keen within 2 days. Knock it out of the ballpark. Everything's going to go great. Mostly not. Kids, they're human. They don't have on and off switches. They're not robots. They're not programmed to just turn on and off, go to sleep, wake up. They have cycles. You have to work with it. And understanding how many days it takes on an average to create a new foundation or a new routine to be put into place and for it to stay consistent is important. And it does take anywhere between 14 to 21 days for children to really synchronize with that. Of course, 14 days is the shortest time frame, and that just means that you kind of built the foundation. But staying close with it for closer to 1 to 2 months, that's where it would really become more ingrained in a beautiful way. Now, the 4th part is a recap for anyone that is signing on right now. We're going through the 11 mistakes that you can't afford to repeat in 2018. And we just did 4 steps. So I'm going to do a recap of them. The first one is change your lifestyle. The second one is do your homework, understanding how much sleep your child needs. The third one is have realistic expectations, right? Making sure that you don't think it's going to happen within 1 or 2 days, if they're going to be sleeping through the night, if they haven't been able to sleep through the night in over a year. You want to have realistic expectations set into place. The 4th part in what we're talking about right now is stop comparing your child to your friend's baby, right? You don't want to compare your baby to your friend's baby. They're separate entities. So your baby might be eating, all holistic food, all organic foods. You might be on a specific diet versus your friend, which they won't have that many specific needs as you might need nutritionally. Or their temperament, there might just be different. The child's temperament might be a little different than your child. So keep that in fact. Don't play the compare game. Your baby is your baby, and understanding their needs and their behavior is what is really going to help you thrive in sleep in 2018. You want to match their behavior. You don't want to start incorporating approaches or methods if your best friend said this worked for her child, but her child's demeanor is completely different from your baby and your own parental philosophy, as a matter of fact. So you want to make sure that you're staying grounded on that, and that you are really focusing on understanding your baby. And nobody knows their baby better than you. So make sure that you kind of focus on that. Now, next part, continuing on, is trust your instincts. Okay, it's super important. If you feel at a certain point that what you are doing is not working anymore, don't continue with it. Meaning, if you are rocking your baby, if you are feeding them at night, but you're noticing they're not even eating anymore, but they might take like an ounce or two and then they fall asleep right away, don't continue on feeding them if you see that they don't need it. If you're rocking them and it's not, hi mama, and it's not helping them either, don't continue on doing that. You want to make sure that you are trusting your instincts at that point. If you feel as if something is not working, don't continue. Make sure you have a set plan in what you're going to do instead of that, and have an exit strategy, which is really, really important. Cool. Next part is plan for setbacks. We're almost done with the 11 pieces. So the sixth one is plan for setbacks. Because kids, when we have kids, there are always setbacks. So whatever you have put into place might get thrown off track. They might catch a cold. They might start, it might be the process for TV for them at that time. So you want to make sure that you're planning for setbacks and how to get back on track if that happens. Another setback can easily be that you are sleep training and then you have a birthday party that you have to go to, that you cannot miss. And then that is in between their nap time. And then what are you going to do for bedtime, because you're going to start being all cranky parents. So understanding their sleep needs again and going into having a plan for setbacks is really important for that. So you want to make sure that you're staying on track. Now, 7 is do not start sleep training if your child is younger than 4 months. Really important. I'm going to repeat this again. I'm going to come closer. Do not start sleep training if your child is younger than 4 months. Big, big no-no. Main reason is because children under 4 months of age are biologically immature to start to create any type of patterns. If your baby is sleeping beautifully for naps or for nighttime, you have a lucky baby. It's really simple as that. You can't try and create routines for them, and then if it works for a couple of days and then a couple of days later it doesn't, I don't want you to feel as though what you're doing wrong. It's just simply biological that they can't hold on to patterns for a long period of time or at all, 4 months and younger. So your main goal at that point is really not to sleep train. It's to go by their cues, to go by when they need to be fed, to go by when they need to be hugged, when they need to be rocked to help them go to sleep. It's beautiful to do that, and you can totally do that. You can totally do that, and you won't create any type of an association. It's just not possible. So your main goal is, if you are currently expecting right now and you're watching this video, first of all, congratulations, and also tell them that. And then secondly, when you are going to want to start to sleep train your little one, it should be 4 months and older. Between birth to 4 months, your only job is to bond with each other, to get a chance to know each other, to feed on demand whenever they need. You don't have to put them, on the clock at that point, because it might not work. And if it doesn't work, I don't want you to feel as though you're not good enough mommy or you're not a good enough daddy. It's just they're too young for that, okay? So I really wanted to make this a huge piece in the 11 top tips for 2018 for parents, because I do get lots of moms that connect with me when their kids are 3 weeks old, a couple of days old, and they want to learn how to start to sleep train them. So when I tell them realistically that they can't, but there are other features that you can do, it can be a bummer, but at the same time, it's a blessing, because you want to make sure that you are creating that connection, that bond with your baby right away. And then that will help you tremendously when they do get older. So next one is 8. That is setting goals for yourself, right? So the goals, what I mean by that is breaking down into components whatever association you have. So if you have an association where your little one is needing to feed on demand, not on demand, but feed when they are waking up in the middle of the night, or they need to be held, or they need to be rocked, or they need someone to sit by them. Whatever your association is, set goals for yourself. When do you want to what do you want to tackle first to eliminate? When do you want that goal to actually be accomplished? And make sure that you have specific actions put into place and how you're going to do that as well. And it's really important to do that. Not in your head, you want to write all this stuff down on paper, okay? Because in your head, it can become like mashed potatoes, and we won't know from left from right is. So you want to make sure that you have all of your goals set in place, and you have all of your action steps following. So boom, 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 like A, B, C. This is what we're going to do. This is going to be the outcome after that. Number 9 is make a plan. You want to make sure that you write down an actual plan, and that will include their schedule, their environment, how you want to eliminate these associations, what associations you even have, and then your time frame that you would really want to achieve your goals. Now remember, again, it can take anywhere from 14 to 21 days to create that foundation and to change a behavior into new ones, to have realistic expectations, okay, when you're creating your plan. Number 10 is take the first step. That is the hardest part. The first step can be even as simple as connecting with a sleep consultant, such as myself. That could even be your first step, because you've implemented a lot of things and you might not know where to go from here, because a lot of the stuff that you've tried hasn't worked. So that can be a simple first step, and that's usually the hardest part, is that first step. So if it's either connecting with someone like myself, or if it's literally just sitting down at a table and starting to write out a plan, that is your first step. And that is super important. And I want to also make sure that you applaud yourself for doing that, because it's a big thing. Okay, so first steps are huge. And then the last one is number 11. It is to get support. And that is something, I actually posted a really cool video that I found that I did 2 years ago with my kids, and we danced. It was super, super cool, and it was there was a message in it about support, specifically that we can't do everything alone, and you need to make sure that you have that person or people that you can connect with, and you can either bounce ideas off of, or make sure that they hold you accountable, which is really important when you're sleep training. Is when you have a plan put into place, you need to have accountability for it, because then it's not going to work. You need to make sure that you stay focused on it, and that is where a coach really comes in handy in that, is for the accountability partner, and also making sure that you are there to reach your goals, which is to get a beautiful, peaceful night's sleep in 2018, and not just one night. You want it consistently, okay? So those are my 11 top pieces, or 11 mistakes that you can't afford to make in 2018. So recap: 1 is change your lifestyle, 2 is do your homework, 3 is have realistic expectations, 4 is stop comparing your child to your friends and babies, 5 is trust your instincts, 6 is plan for setbacks, 7 is don't start sleep training before 4 months. 8 is set goals for yourself. 9 is make a plan. 10 is take the first step. And I'm just going to do one again for 11. It's get support. So that is for the video that I wanted to do today. And now let's finish this off with, I know what you guys wanted are the prizes and some exciting updates. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment also below. And if you're watching the replay, type in replay. If you have any questions on how to get started on the new year too, let me know and I'll be able to answer them for you. But now on to the prizes, because we all love gifts, don't we? I don't know why I'm talking like this. But the first prize is what I want you to do is I want you, and the first person that I see that does this is going to win the prize. And trust me, I know who's the first person. I'm going to tab them, you guys. So the first things first is I want you to tag 2 of your friends on this thread. And the second part is which of these pieces that I mentioned to you, you are going to implement in 2018. And how are you going to do it? So I want you to do that into the comments below. And then what the winner is going to receive is my children's book that I wrote, Good Night Melanie, Good Morning Corey. In addition, you're also going to get a free 30-minute free sleep strategy session with me to get you started into the new year. So again, if you want to win this prize, these 2 prizes, one is my children's book that I will personally mail out to you through snail mail, and 2, you will get a free 30-minute sleep strategy session with me. All you need to do to get these 2 gifts is tag 2 friends in the comments and also write down what you are planning to do to get healthy sleep in 2018. Okay? And then the last thing is our updates. It is so awesome that I get lots of parents that are trying to connect with me and want to work with me, but there's only one of me, so I put together some really cool semi-private sleep coaching sessions where you can get similar benefits of private coaching, one-on-one with me, but at an affordable price. It's actually close to 60% off of what my private coaching is. So if you're interested in that, if you are really, really ready to get 2018 into the year of you sleeping beautifully, of your whole household sleeping beautifully, connect with me. You can either comment here that you want to get into the semi-private and to learn more about it, or you can private message me, or you can also email me at itsme@achievewithcarolina.com. So that's it for tonight, guys. I don't see any questions on the thread. Let me just check again. Nope, not tonight. Okay, so that's it. I love you, and I will see you next week on our weekly schedule. Okay, good night, everyone. Love you. See you soon. Bye.